A dad tells his kids, it is time for bed. And the kids all shouting together, Dad, throw us into bed, and throw us into bed. So the dad picks up a kid in his arms and says, did I ever tell you about the 3 men in the book of Daniel who were thrown into the fiery furnace? And the kids say, no. And the dad says, their names were Shadrach, Meshach, and to bed you go. Well, it's not to bed you go, it was Abnego, right? Well, as persons, we sometimes feel like we have been thrown or cast into the furnace like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abnego. The fiery furnace is something we all come across in our lives, not just once, but maybe many times. Losing a job, becoming ill, being hurt in a broken or painful relationship, or being accused by others, all can act as fiery furnaces. Demands are placed on us from every angle: kids, husbands, wives, work, parish, neighbors, and any number of others. We often desperately lack sleep, and perhaps even our nutrition and self-care suffer as well. Things can heat up around us to the point that we feel we haven't a bit of strength or resolve left. Our patience, stamina, concentration, and even our holiness are tested to the extreme. Faith in God, faith in prayer, faith in others, and even faith in ourselves are all tested in this fiery furnace. At these times, the evil one pressures us to the hardest to give up and to give in. Like King Nebuchadnezzar, he wants to weaken our resolve so that we turn from God and betray our faith. We may be tempted toward resentment of our loved ones, the vows we have taken, and the promises we have made. Fear can lead us to doubt in our own abilities and also in God's power. It is easy to get caught up in the flames of doubt, despair, anger, and resentment when we are at our lowest points. And the 3 young Israelites are models for us to follow. No matter what threat was flung at them, they refused to succumb to defeat and fear. The fires of the furnace couldn't shake them, even when it had been heated 7 times to its usual temperature. The fiery furnace was no obstacle for them because they believed in God. These 3 men were true to God. They did not choose to bow down to the king. Their decision was right, despite the danger it posed to them. Despite all these threats and the king's rage, they remained faithful to God. They knew they would be thrown into fire, and things even got worse for them. As a result of the king's fury, his countenance changed. The furnace heated 7 times hotter, and it was so hot that even the men who threw them in died. But the king, working on his basic maths, finds a problem for himself. There was an extra person in the furnace. Who was that fourth person? Who was that fourth person? Son of God, an angel? God walked with them in the fiery furnace, not leaving them alone. God came through for them, and God will come through for you, as he did for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. In the midst of our trials or in the world to come, we have no idea how God will accomplish this through a miracle, but be sure God is faithful and he will come through.